respect and trying to make a statement, I think, for all the players that Karts has ever beaten, and there's plenty of them throughout his long... And out as Sunkiss brings you Hov's Day at the Beach.
When I was playing, I was known for my on-court antics.
And Hovland, Hovland throws the ball at somebody in the crowd, and here goes Hovland.
Since I've retired, I've been looking for somebody to carry on the tradition for this sport. After careful evaluation, looking up and down the beaches, I have chosen somebody. LL, Lee LeGrand. Good looking, got the attitude. All I need is to be redefined and polished a little bit. That's what I'm here for. I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. Lee, we have to talk about the red cards. I want you to push to the point, but then back off. No more red cards, you understand?
Well, Hov, I have a hard time finding the limits. I'm always testing the limits, and I will try and keep my mouth shut, but...
Pull it back a little bit. Another thing, when you're playing against me, never.
No, no, no!
Ever.
No!
Yell at me, do you understand?
Hov, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A kid your age? If I let him yell at me, he will continue to yell at me, and we'll get every call. I've got to just...
Never yell at me again, you understand?
I'm not yelling at you with you.
He needs to project a little more. He's got to be louder. He sounds like Mike Tyson. Very Hov-like. The somersault, I have a little problem with that. The somersault, can you tell me about it?
The somersault, didn't know what to do. I kind of want to rip my shorts off, rip my hair out, throw my glasses. I had all kinds of frustration, so I went to somersault instead, yeah.
The way Lee poses down, no doubt A+. Do you think it drives the women crazy when you act like that?
I'm not really in it for the ladies, I'm in it for the money, so I love it.
Lee, are you ready to take the torch?
I am ready to take this torch and run with it. Time is now, Hov.
The WWF, the AVP is back.
So the AVP, as Hov so aptly put it, tied with St. John Smith at 139 beach wins. He's 1 point away from standing alone, Mike Todd.
And this crowd is on their feet. They're loving it. Chicago, one of our best venues on tour, a fitting spot for Karai to set the record.
Karts trying to do it himself. Did they just let him do it? The Brazilians, in a show of respect, have let the ball drop and given Karts Karai the record.
I don't understand what happened.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought I'd seen everything on the volleyball court, but obviously I was sadly mistaken. It was a very bizarre way to do it, to end it. Well intended, I think, by the Brazilians, but sure, it just completely ruined the electricity. I would have liked to have earned the last point and celebrated.
I take a time out and I talk, my partner talk with me and Franco. They play very well, and I think Karts, it's 140 victories and they play well, and I think it's a good idea if I don't touch the ball, and congratulations for him, but in my mind it's not a good idea, and I think I would like the Karts to understand your partner and the people. I'm sorry for me and my partner, and but my intention, it's a good intention.
Would have liked to have done it differently. I mean, a win is a win, but you never want to be given anything. We scratch and claw and fight our way through this tour every weekend. And the ultimate sign of respect for opponents is really to try your hardest, whether you're losing 14-0 or winning.
So, all you folks on the East Coast, history could be in the offing for you. Right here, though, 1-1. Start of the final. Whitmarsh shares that big block, and out it goes. Just to remind you, we're going to 15, got to win by 2. And a clock which started at 9. It is now at 7:51.
Billy, I know Mike Whitmarsh is feeling a lot more comfortable going up and blocking against Jose Loiola. So look for Loiola to get a lot of serves, and look for Whitmarsh to get a lot of serves.
Whitty, up and down. As Emmanuel goes right back in, that wasn't much of a defense.
Something
David
that
Swatik.
Mike Whitmarsh, excuse me, Billy, does so much better now than he did in the early part of his career. Sees the court, chops to the open area. A very smooth side-out player now.
This will be Emmanuel's turn. Pushed out nicely by Jose Loiola. It really has been a mental thing with the Brazilians. They haven't been sharp, and it's kind of transformed into their physical play this year.
Most definitely. They've just really been putting too much pressure on themselves. Talking to Emmanuel, who's coming back here to serve, he says, we got to stop worrying about each other's game and just play our own game.
Emmanuel tried to lay out that time, but no chances. Whitmarsh once again, no power, great results.
And Billy, just watching them in the earlier matches this week, they just seem so much more relaxed. They're actually having fun playing volleyball, and it didn't look like they were doing that in the earlier tournaments.
Yeah, very confident in the players' tent prior to this match. Swatik, set up by Whit. Oh! David Swatik. And there's no doubting who the crowd favorite is here this afternoon.
A real nice move by Swatik here, juking behind Whitmarsh's block and finishing cross court. David Swatik just beating the ball cross court, and that's what Whitmarsh says. Swatik really hitting well in transition for point scoring opportunities.
Jose, a little anger in that one. He is used to this underdog role as far as the crowd is concerned. Although still a very popular player out here on the tour. Jose Loiola will be back to serve.
This whole scene is very reminiscent of Seal Beach last year, where you had Lewis and Swatik against the Brazilians, and there was definite a USA-Brazil type of feel, an international atmosphere in the match.
Swati up and over, and it's good enough for a side out. David Swatik also finished second with Louis in the 98 Miller Lite Open at Milwaukee. So he has not won a tournament. And then you look at all the accomplishments of Whitmarsh, 20 Open wins. He's got that Olympic medal. Great serve. Jose's going after it, but can't get it. And the pumped up Whitty and Swatik have three.
Boy, talk about athleticism, Billy. Jose Loiola did a 50 in about 4.1 seconds in the soft sand. The ball ricocheting off Emmanuel, and Loiola making a great effort to try to get that ball.
I get the feeling that Mike Whitmarsh is enjoying this for Swatik as much as David is himself. He's smiling at him when he makes a good play and just really reveling in his success right now.
Here's another great dig for Swatik.
Swatik again.
Strike by David Swatik is just wide.
Loiola dodging a huge bullet. That ball just missing out of bounds.
Loiola and Emmanuel.
And for Whitmarsh, one of the reasons he's smiling is because they've gotten off to just the start they wanted to get, with Swatik making big serves, big Ds, and getting the crowd into it.
Great scene. The beach sparkling. And then come into our great stadium. Swatik. Oh, it's a nice play. He totally took away the cross court, and Swatik quickly poked it right down.
The way David Swatik's playing, watch for Whitmarsh to get a lot more serves. Swatik just mixing it up, bringing the heat, cuffing it down the line when the opportunities present themselves.
Whitmarsh at 3-1, short serve, and then the block. Jose, nothing but sand, finds that big hit.
Big reach and bang from the left sider.
Nice strategy, excuse me, Billy, nice strategy for Mike Whitmarsh. Serving that ball short, taking away the approach for Jose Loiola.
Jose, a former king of the beach, winner. Swatik. Now that adrenaline's working in his favor.
David playing that right side, seeing the whole court very well right now.
David Swatik, one of the South Bay boys. How big would it be if he were to win this title?
I've been growing up watching this tournament for years, so it'd be a dream come true to win this tournament.
You know, Billy, you can win a lot of Opens, but to win it at home here in Hermosa in front of your friends and family, it just doesn't get much better than that.
Will that red hat of Swatik's become as popular as Karch's pink hat in years to come?
He's only got 139 more Opens to go before the red hat is synonymous.
I think that just shows the amazing mark of Karch Kirayan. Like I said, so many people came out to see Karch. It's just not going to happen this week. Doble and LeGrand made sure of that. Oh, look out. Jose Loiola ducking for cover from Mike Whitmarsh.
You know, Billy, and I was talking with David Leon Moore from USA Today. Here you're going to see Whitmarsh just banging down the line. But talking with David about Karch Bryan, about his record, the absolute silly part is that Karch gave up about 8 years playing on the national team where he could have won 50, 60, 70 more Opens than he already has.
That's going to be out. We're going to take our first turn. And what a start it is. The crowd on their feet. Some chants of USA, USA reverberating throughout Hermosa. It's 4-1. Whitty, Swatik.
Hey, let's talk New York. Let's talk pizza. Let's talk big.
Everybody having some fun. Why not? In fact, the big smile always belongs to Tim Hovland, who's down on the sand.
Mark Maraki from Mervyn's. What do you think about this California Beach Bash?
This is absolutely outstanding. This allows us to go after a whole younger audience, and we're just absolutely pumped, just like everybody else here today. Again, we couldn't pick better weather, better people. It's been unbelievable.
This California lifestyle is something out here, isn't it?
Oh, it's outstanding. It just keeps getting better and better.
Good to have you on board. Billy, back to you.
Thank you so much, Hob, and thank you to Mervyn's and all of our sponsors throughout not only this weekend, but all year long. If you haven't already heard, Pro Beach Volleyball is back. And better than ever. And we're going to be combing the countryside over the next few months. We invite you to come and say hello. We'll be in Belmar 2 weeks from this week and a week from when you're seeing this.
It's amazing, such a young sport already going through its first rebirth.
Why not, though?
Oh, it's beautiful.
4-1 is our score. Swatik and Whitmarsh over Loiola and Emmanuel as we change sides. Jose Loiola, poke, out, no touch.
And Mike Whitmarsh is sticking to his formula. I'm going to keep the ball on Jose Loiola. I caused him a few fits in the finals of the winners, but didn't keep enough pressure on him. And Whitmarsh is just getting into Loyola's head right now.
All right, you're Jimmy Menges, the legendary beach volleyball player who is their coach. What is he thinking? What can he do to change his strategy?
Well, talking to Jim Menges, he says, I've been with Jose for 3 years. I can get him on the sidelines. I can yell, I can scream, I can swear, I can do whatever. And Loiola listens to me and doesn't take it personally. So expect Mingo to be on him right now.
Jose Loiola, the heat factor, very high on that hit. And Jose will be back. That's one thing about Jose Loiola. He's a very emotional player, but he seems to be able to channel it most of the time in a positive direction.
Incredibly focused, Billy. The guy trains like a fiend, and he just lives to win. Not just play, to win.
Under the watchful eye a moment ago of Jimmy Menges. And an error. We haven't seen many in the early going, but that is won by David Swatik. And the point will go to Loiola and Rego. It's now 2-5.
With a little bit of breeze blowing off the ocean, Billy, watch for Loiola and Emmanuel to be serving cross-court towards David Swatik.
Great serve. Swatik just stuck out the arm. This could be huge. Oh, Swatik. How do you get that up?
Do we even need to say anything to describe that? Just sticking the one-arm jab out there. Perfect pass for David Swatik. Whitmarsh lifts it up and just cuffs it down the line. The maturation of a young player, David Swatik.
And frustrating for Loiola, giving his very best right down the middle. Jose, no touch again. No touch again. That's a couple of times now that they've waffled long.
And Billy, the psychology of getting served. It's interesting, speaking with Loiola. He said, when I was just coming up, I was playing with Eugenio, I was playing with guys, I could bomb the ball, no one would serve me, they were afraid. Then I started playing with Ken Steffes. I had to learn how to side out, how to get all the serves. And right now, he's calling on those reserves to get those side outs.
And it can be a huge blow to the ego. Why are you serving me? I'm the man. What are you doing?
I am Loiola. I jump higher than anybody, but he's getting the serves because that's where Whitmarsh feels most confident right now.
I think that's just as much of a battle as the physical toll that it takes, serve after serve. Swatik, great dig by Emmanuel. Textbook. But Swatik says, what else you got? Jose, no touch again. So as great as that dig was from Emmanuel, Swatik comes up huge.
Billy, I don't even need to look over at the stats. That's at least 3 unforced errors for Jose Loiola. Going up high, worried about the Whitmarsh block, and just knocking the ball out of bounds.
But he may not need those 5 blocks. His presence alone is doing the job. Marvin in complete control upstairs.
Well, that was always what Stokey would do, what any great blocker, what Tim Hovland would do. It's not always the stuff blocks. It's the unforced errors, getting the guy to hit out, getting the guy to hit the easy shot to your opponent, to your partner.
Block, Witt tried to take the chase. Knew that it was a cause not worth going for. Now Jose Loiola will be poised to serve. Ranked #1 in the world on the beach. Swatik. 2 words, straight down.
Emmanuel up ever so high. He's just got to learn to press over a little bit sooner. Swatik just banging the ball inside that block.
The lefty waiting. Nasty from Swatik. Serve. Manuel has an opportunity. Off the head of Mike Whitmarsh. And Emmanuel will be back.
Emmanuel, 26 years old, but a world of experience. He's just so smooth, so graceful, and just got everything. You know, we talk about the troubles, the 3/3 the Brazilians have taken. They've also already won 2 tournaments this year, just not on the AVP Tour.
Swatik, Manuel can't get there.
Quick flip shot down the line, David Swatik.
Another nice mix for David Swatik. Emmanuel Loiola won the FIVB tournament in Argentina and also a Brazilian Tour event for their 2 wins this year. But they dearly want to get one going on the AVP Tour.
Very badly. It's late in the season for them to be winless. Swatik again. Whitmarsh digging hard. Swatik! Loiola off the block. Good stuff though, Pro Beach volleyball at its very best in Hermosa.
A big break for Loiola. Manuel on that play. Whitmarsh kind of losing the traction, actually going after that defense by Swatik on his knees. Had Whitmarsh not lost his feet on this play, he makes the good set, and it's another big point for Whitmarsh and Swatik.
Little towel off time now for Swatik and Whitmarsh. 6-2, Swatik and Whitmarsh. For Loiola and Rego.
Whitmarsh with 2 arthroscopic surgeries on that right knee in the last year, and here he is crawling on his knees going after that dig by Swatik.
There's a little bit of a atmosphere starting to brew up here now. Truly pro-United States. Great dig. Jose Swatik. Can he put it down? No, just out. And a big point by Loiola and Emmanuel.
Nice little mix-up for Jose Loiola. Been serving exclusively cross-court to the hotter-than-a-pistol David Swatik. And, you know, you got Loiola digging, you got Swatik dropping off the net, making the great play. I love the level of volleyball right now.
And we're going to have a quick sand timeout called here with 4:22.3 remaining. You've got the whole story. It's 6-3, Swatik and Whitmarsh. We're back to the Beach Bash after this. Beach Bash here in Hermosa Beach. It's one of the world's most enduring symbols. It's the Goodyear Blimp Eagle. Blimps travel over 100,000 miles every year, covering major sporting events. We are back. It's the Side-Out AVP Hermosa Beach Open presented by Mervyn's, California. Time now for our weekly Beach Bros segment. This week, it's Adam Johnson. It's all presented to you by Paul Mitchell.
I loved volleyball. I gave up tennis in a heartbeat for volleyball. I picked up a volleyball this summer.
Point just a moment ago to bring it to 3-6. Bangs it towards Whitmarsh. Right there, it's 6-3, and a side out. We're in Hermosa Beach.
Big bang for Mike Whitmarsh, and that's a key. If he can continue to mix it up and side out well and not get every serve, keep some of the serves going to Swatik, that helps Mike to be more effective at the net blocking.
There's another service error by David Swatik.
You know, if you're getting them in trouble with the ones that go in, though, Billy, you'll trade those 5 errors for points.
And you do it at a time, maybe when you're ahead like they are now. Not at a point in the match where you need to make the other team make the mistakes. Again, Emmanuel just digging hard. Well, that feels like quicksand when that ball is racing towards the turf.
And defensively, it's tough for Emmanuel because Swatik is just mixing it up so well. He's bombing, then you're dug in for the big blast, and he starts looping it over the block. David Swatik mixing up his shots very well right now.
Loiola, last year's Rookie of the Year, Emmanuel, the set! Block one-handed variety from Whitmarsh. That's his first.
One block for Whitmarsh, but a lot of changes of action. Whitmarsh doing the little spread eagle up there at the net. Gets it with his right hand straight down.
Mike Whitmarsh with the big block. When we come back, much more from Hermosa, the party capital of the world.
Beach bash, baby.
See you in a minute.
You can see how close to the court we are. We're here with the Swatik bunch, and they are doing nothing but making noise here. They want Swatik back. Watch out, Loiola. Back to you guys.
Oh, behave. Yeah, baby. Hav. It's all good with him. The Mac MD also back here. Hermosa. David Swatik has an opportunity. Oh, yes! Right down the line. David Swatik is halfway home.
Don't get quiet now, Swati. Pump those fists. Mike Whitmarsh, what he does better than anybody on the beach is set the ball in transition. When his partner digs, he gives Swatik a perfect set every time.
Oh, Whitmarsh!
Okay. Billy Mack, Jose Loiola needing his main man, Jim Mingus, right now.
Full timeout taken. Rego Loiola, 9-3.
We're going to see Whitty going up for block number 2. Jose definitely flustered, dropping that arm, and Whitmarsh just putting it right back in his face.
Whitmarsh says, give us some love, and this crowd in Hermosa certainly does just that. It is 9-3. This is something special. We're back with more after this. Please stay with us.
The art of shopping is easy at Mervyn's, California.
Side on AVP Hermosa Beach Open presented by Mervyn's, California. And Tim Hovland is with an excitable right now, David Swatik.
David, how you feeling out here?
Feeling great. We're playing well. We got a long way to go, though. It's only 9-3, and these guys are a good team. They're not going to let up, so we got to keep playing well.
How do you feel about your boys over here?
They're awesome. They're on fire. They're getting Loiola's head. I love it.
Go get him, David. Good luck.
All right, David Swatik, kind enough to spend a couple of seconds with Tim Hovland as we're ready to go, as we quickly brought you back to the side on AVP Hermosa Beach Open presented by Mervyn's, California.
Billy, you got Whitmarsh back there getting ready to serve, going Swatik. Wrap it up with the Hov. Get out here. We got the momentum going, baby.
I love the TV, but let's go. We got to play. Crowd deathly silent. And a nice play by
and you see Mike Whitmarsh just slap his hands and say, bonehead play. I got Loiola in trouble. I just roofed him straight down, and he serves a little floater over to Emmanuel for the easy side out. Mental mistake for Mike Whitmarsh.
Now Jose trying to get on that momentum train himself. Swatik, Loiola's there. So the timeout looks like it's going to work perfectly. And it does. That's what you take a timeout for. Cool things down,
and
get a point.
Loiola with a great dig and a great finish, but what made that play was Emmanuel. That ball spinning off of Loiola. Emmanuel taking the spin off and giving him a nice set to hit.
This is the biggest moment of the match, these next couple of points. Swatik has never won. He's got to learn how to close. He blocked, got it right back though. He stayed in it, short! Loiola gonna get an opportunity. What a rally. Emmanuel out.
and you got the umpire there calling a touch, and you're not going to see an argument from Mike Whitmarsh.
It's a touch. Everybody calling no touch.
The umpire had. Now Whitmarsh just didn't hear him.
Here we go.
Okay, Whitty's fired up. Loiola's pointing at the umpire, saying he called a touch.
As heated as Whitty is right now, I tend to believe him. Tough to get that.
You know what, though, Billy?
What do you think, MD?
Mike Whitmarsh is a veteran player. Whether he touched it or not, you're going to see it right here. The toughest call to call in volleyball, whether it touches, I can't tell from this replay. Mike Whitmarsh has also got to realize we're up 9-4. We had the momentum. It's one play. It's one bad call. Don't expend too much energy here screaming and yelling at the referees.
You were the calming influence to one of the most volatile, emotional players in the history of the game, Tim Hovland, and I'm sure you had to wrestle and put a leash on him a few times.
I tell you, I did, and a lot of times Hovland would use that emotion just to get himself that much more upset, fired up.
Just to make sure that the shirt came off earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break right here. Jose Loiola right now getting into the crowd too. This could get really interesting. Do not go away.
Hey, let's talk New York. Let's talk.
Heard after an audio accident on Friday driving home. His name's Arcade Diamond. One of our favorite refs on tour.
Jimmy Mangus getting into the face of his troops. Emmanuel and Loiola, as Mike Dodd said earlier, that is exactly what he can do and get the respect of those two great players, because Jim Mangus has a lot of victories and clutch performances on his side.
And speaking with Mingo earlier, he says, I can scream anything at Loiola. It's been 3 years together. We know each other. Emmanuel, I got to handle a little differently. He doesn't really know me yet. He respects me. And what Mingus loves about Emmanuel is that when he tells him to do something, he responds.
Big side out for Whitmarsh, and he responds.
Great strategy, Billy. You saw the Brazilians with their backs against the wall, that all the momentum against them. They take the timeout, they come out and score a couple big points, and now Whitmarsh takes the timeout and gets a big side out.
Swatik out. While we have a moment before Emmanuel serves, the importance of winning at a place like Hermosa or Manhattan. It is so prestigious.
So prestigious, and especially for David Swatik, who grew up right here in Manhattan Beach in the Hermosa area. This is just the culmination of a life's dream for David.
Whitmarsh, that's out. And they're going to take the turn at 9-6, and this match, despite being down by 3 points right now, sort of belongs to Loiola and Emmanuel. That's how well they are playing. But of course, we're always keeping an eye towards the youth, and let's
this youth tour, where the dreams begin.
Let me expand again on that statement that I made before we went to the highlights of the Sunkist Youth Tour. How they're still down by 3, but somehow you have the feeling that Loiola and Emmanuel are feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Well, they've switched over to what in theory has been the good side. The wind really blowing straight off the ocean right now. Both sides are equally good and bad.
Emmanuel down by 3 in the meat of the match. Swatik, that might get him going again. And he'll rely on this crowd to help him out too.
Again, David Swatik just seeing the court so well from that right side, feeling so much more comfortable over there.
Bump by Emmanuel, blocked by Whitmarsh, just out.
Spike off the block of Mike
I'll tell you what,
Jose
Loiola waving a finger at Mike Whitmarsh, saying, not gonna happen, not gonna happen. And Jose really put something extra into that hit.
And Whitmarsh is right on this ball, just sometimes you're not lucky ricocheting out of bounds.
Jose trying Whitty. Tight, left hand, hit the line, easy to see. That hit the line. Everybody could see that.
He's coming off the line.
Except maybe Marvin on the other side, but he was helped out again. I said it so confidently. Our party perch here has the perfect view for that.
Ball was right on the line.
Emmanuel, cut well. David Swatik thought he should have had it.
I like the move from Swatik, though. He took a little bit off that jump serve and just got it in and said, let's let my partner go up there and do a little block and see if I can pick up a couple defensive plays instead of just serving a lot of balls out of bounds.
Emmanuel and Loiola on a mini run right now. And they're back to within 2. Ace serve down the line. Emmanuel, Swatik, and Whitmarsh have been stuck on 9 for quite some time.
Again, Emmanuel, so much elevation on the jump serve, so many angles to be had, just ripping that ball down Whitmarsh's line.
Little maintenance. Get that line visible and straight. Emmanuel Rego down by 2. It's a good break for Whitmarsh and Swatik. It'll be Witty
just a little pause there in Emmanuel's routine with that line straightening out, and another missed jump serve.
Whitmarsh versus Loiola. This has been the battle. Whitmarsh again, the block. But Loiola using it to his advantage.
What goes around comes around. Whitty coming up with a few blocks earlier. Now they're ricocheting off the arms.
I got it. You take it. We've got the ace. Jose Loiola, who calls Manhattan Beach home. This is his backyard, too. Formerly Copacabana Beach, Brazil. It's now 9-8. And just when we talked about the part of the match, it's been all Brazil.
And I think that previous serve down Whitmarsh's line got him set up for that serve in the middle.
The resiliency of Swatik and Whitmarsh. The test right here.
Spike by David Swatik inside.
That's how they started the match. Swatik, it wasn't pretty, but it was effective. And right there also, they need a point. They just need to get off a 9.
They've been stuck on 9 for quite a while. It's time to do something big, Billy. An ace, a block, or a dig.
Got to get your confidence back. And there it is. MD, the wily old veteran, called it. Ace for Swatik. And it's 10-8 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock.
And Billy, it's responding to the moments. It's the moments that creates the victory in a big match like this. And there you see again, David Swatik coming through for his partner, Whitty.
Jose Loiola, sand timeout. So right after the ace, he doesn't want any kind of momentum into the side of Swatik and Whitmarsh. Take a quick break. When we come back to Hermosa Beach, it's more of the Side-Out AVP Hermosa Beach Open, presented by Mervyn's, California.
Mike, I'm really...
AVP Hermosa Beach Open, presented by Mervyn's, California. A great crowd for Beach Bash 99. It is time now for Hov's Day at the Beach, and today, Timothy takes a
4 and 5, and you can do it for the rest of your life if you got the attitude.
Billy, passing on the lifestyle, the good feel to your kids. Is there anything better?
We both have children. We know what it's all about, and that was just a great time, that match that Stokey and Hov were involved in, and the kids.
Big bang from the right
Big
side.
Bang.
Emmanuel Rego up high, swinging away.
That is just a big-time side out for Emmanuel, just going high, ripping it through Whitmarsh's block, deep middle.
Swatik, good up. Nobody home. Loiola backed up at the last minute. Did not bother David Swatik as he pounds it down the middle for another side out at 10-8.
David Swatik just putting the ball away from everywhere on the court.
Big Mike Whitmarsh.
Not a bad drop for Loiola, but 4 or 5 feet off the net. Swatik is still just pounding.
Whitmarsh short to Loiola. He's going to come right up and challenge.
Little loop shot down the line.
Good play, nice touch by Loiola.
And Loiola definitely has his senses back with him. He was just going up and banging there for a while. He settled himself down. He's starting to see the court again and use the shots that have made him so good. He's going to the shots.
I think the emotions of everybody have settled down a little bit. It was very heated a few minutes ago. Whitmarsh, this should be easy, but it's not. Oh, either one individually could have had it. And Jose Loiola said, hey, I was right there to take an easy bump.
And it's one of those things where I think Emmanuel is saying, Loiola, you got to tell me if you're there. I'm dropping off the net. I can't see you and the ball at the same time. We got to communicate, and that's the key for these guys.
And we'll see if Swatik and Whitmarsh can capitalize. That's a big break. Tough serve. Emmanuel Swatik was right there, dug in home, reading him like a comic book, but couldn't quite get it up there.
And Mike Whitmarsh took a brief glance at that ball and made an instant reaction. I can't get that. I'm fast, but I'm not that fast.
Swatik. Good dig. That's tight. Is it out? It's long, and now Loiola.
Loiola knows he can't go over to this side.
This is taboo.
And do what he's doing.
Taboo, and Marvin
he
says,
knows
get over
that's
there.
going to be a red card if Loiola doesn't get over to the other side pretty soon. Here goes Marvin. I told you, Billy. Jose had just lost it right now. He knows the rules. You're not allowed to run over there and make a big scene about the ball. You have to stay on your side of the court. Marvin Hall doing the right thing. He's got to take control of the players and the match. He's giving Jose Loiola the red card.
If you are a player on an AVP Tour event,
Marvin was giving us every opportunity. He was yelling at Jose, saying, get over here, get over here.
And as a referee, you don't want to be the focus of the match. You don't want to do something to cause, be the pivotal thing. Most referees, whether it's basketball or volleyball.
Now, exactly what does the red card mean as far as points or side outs in the match?
Well, we're getting an explanation right now from Jim Rego.
the red card will be a side out. Marvin Hall, your head referee, on the call.
It is not a point. Team delay and a side out. Tough to call, could even be in. So Jose Loiola, from his point of view, he's thinking, yeah, that's there. And Jose Loiola, taboo, can't do it. Other side of the net. Now David Swatik is going over to Matt Gage, our tournament director, looking for an interpretation. He wants to make sure that he's not getting cheated out of a point per se, that red card could have given them one. They'll sort it out. We'll take a break. Right now, it's 10-8 in our final. This is fun.
Scientists announced today the discovery of a new element.
One of the world's most enduring symbols, the Goodyear Blimp Eagle, based in Carson, California, right down the 405. Been providing great aerial shots for many, many years. This year marks the 74th consecutive year that the Goodyear Blimp has flown over a major sporting event. Are they giving them a point as we come back? There is a point.
Well, Billy, if the spike was out from Emmanuel, then the red card had to be a point. If the spike had gone in, then the red card would have resulted in a side out. Maybe in all of the melee, the referee's getting a little bit confused as well.
So it is a point because it would have been a side out anyway to Whitmarsh and Swatik.
And Billy Mack, a huge point.
How about another? Thank you, sir.
Now Loiola's got to watch it here. He's really getting himself out of control emotionally. He doesn't want to let this tournament slip away, but it's happening with the big Whitmarsh block.
And as this crowd gets jiggy, we'll take a break. It's 12-8 on this next side. Whitmarsh and Swatik could claim the championship. Our next show on Fox Sports Net will be coming to you from the East Coast, Belmar, New Jersey, on July the 3rd. And make sure to check out the AVP and the Grassroots AVA with Heat Online Magazine at avptour.com. Power stay right now, Mike Dodd?
Yeah, baby,
yep.
Yeah.
Baby is right.
And generation to generation, from babies to grandpas. They're loving it here in the South Bay.
And we've seen a lot of friends. Lots of friends have come by to say hello. We're back home in Southern California, but coast to coast, wherever you may be watching us on Fox Net, welcome back. Bill McDonald, Mike Dodd, Tim Hovland, Hugh Arian heading up our great crew. Here we go, 12-8. Chance to go 13-8. Whitty says, I'll do it myself, but he gave it right to Emmanuel. Boy, what a missed opportunity. Whitmarsh can't believe it. He could have pounded that one home.
Difficult play. David Swatik's got to be yelling, nobody, nobody, and still Whitmarsh goes up, dinks it to Emmanuel. Big break for the Brazilians.
Monumental break.
Let's keep our eye on the clock, Billy. 1:37 left to play.
Loiola, tough serve. Up and over, Mike Whitmarsh.
Mike Whitmarsh, and what a set by Swatik on the play.
And you know things are going well when Whitmarsh makes the diving stab for the pass and puts the ball away on the right side.
3 points away from his first title, and it's just out for David Swatik. Minute and a half left. You're absolutely right, Mike Dodd.
Psychologically, Billy, if you're David Swatik, don't start looking at that clock yet. Don't start thinking about the celebration. Get the job done on the court.
Time has kind of snuck up on us a little bit. Block. Almost. Great play, Jose Loiola. These guys are so tough to put away. The two talented Brazilian stars, Jose Loiola and Emmanuel Rego, who now love it and live here in the U.S.
And you're going to see Jose just go up, use a little Brazilian hang time, and swat that ball back. Key is David Swatik right now. Can he get over the hump? The hugest hump in beach volleyball, getting that first open win.
Not a great pass either. Whitty puts him on top. The joust is absolutely smothered by Loiola, but I think we're going to get a net. That's what we have.
So Jose's going to try to make a little bit of an argument, but he's saying, good call, let's play ball.
He's doing the smart thing now. Jose realizes no more beefing.
Okay, heck of a joust at the net. Looks like Loiola actually did touch the net, thus not a big argument from the Brazilian. Mike Whitmarsh is going to loft his serve right onto Jose and say, give me your best shot.
The battle royale again. Jose says, I won't challenge this time. I'll loop you into the open court. Side out. They just need side out. Jose knows it. He doesn't have to get cute or try to overpower somebody. He just wants to get that side out or a point any way he can.
Especially right now, if you're Loiola and Emmanuel, you want to get nice, crisp, clean side outs. Balls hitting the sand, not a lot of big, long rallies that chew up the clock.
Swatik right at Jose Loiola, and it's just out. That's digging and hope if you're Jose when it's coming at you that fast.
Conversely now for David Swatik, what do? A minute left in the match. You live off your jumpy, you put the pressure on, but you don't want to miss a lot of jump serves. Those are the easiest side outs. And you see, you miss that serve, and you don't even have 1 second click off the clock on a play like that. So you want to stay aggressive, you want to stay tough, but you want to keep your serves in and eat up the clock. You got a big block up there, let him do his job.
If you're Mike Whitmarsh, do you talk to him, do you tell him, or you just let him stay in your zone? What do you do?
Whitty's got to talk. They both have to talk and figure this thing out.
Swatik, he's got mine again. Tasting it.
A little bit of a mental error for Jose Loiola. You got to drop off on a play like that. High spinning pass. Not a great set by Whitmarsh. Swatik with not a very good opportunity to hit this ball. You've got to drop off and get the little loopy.
We are under a minute to play. Got to win by 2 though. Great dig. Whitmarsh, joust. Swatik, no! Great play, Emmanuel. Emmanuel Rego in the clutch.
Emmanuel getting big at the net. Swatik with a great attempt to cover that ball, but nice play for the Americans. They chew off 10 seconds off that clock.
Nervous time in Hermosa. 51-2. Jose, let's fly. Whitmarsh. That's just an awkward angle for Jose Loiola to try to dig.
Well, Jose was in the perfect position. He had his hands right there. The ball just kind of slid through. I don't know if it ricocheted off Emmanuel's hands. And let's take a little gut check here on David Swatik. Do you keep it in or do you blast?
A point here against the Brazilians would be absolutely lethal. That's close! And
Emmanuel is in the net.
There's your point.
Frustrated, big point. And if you're David Swatik right now, 41 seconds left, a 4-point lead, he's starting to get that little tingly feeling in his neck. He knows something good's coming, baby.
4-point lead, 41 seconds left, and an absolutely angry and frustrated Emmanuel and Loiola. Well, we could be in for a brilliant finish. Don't miss it after this.
You're sweating like crazy.
You got TV cameras all over you.
The last thing you want is this white clumpy thing running down your arm.
It's just rude.
We asked some of the hottest pros under the sun to switch antiperspirants.
Degree Invisible Solid? What's that?
I would assume it goes on clear, but I'm not sure I believe that.
When your body heats up, Degree Invisible Solid releases extra protection with a clear difference.
Right there. See, there's no white stuff. The harder I work, the harder it works.
No flaking, no funk, no Klingons.
Degree Invisible Solid works hard but never shows.
After the match, there's a ton of girls. Gotta be cool.
We are back, and during the break, an emotional Jose Loiola letting it out on the sidelines to Billy Berger, Matt Gage of the AVP. Hob was right there. What did he say, Hob?
Hey, Loiola came over here, didn't know what he's saying about the referee called, gave him a red card for coming across the net, so he doesn't know what his problem was. He's yelling at Matt Gage, he's yelling at me. He's got a little bit of fire. Back to you guys.
Hob, I don't know why he's yelling at you. Hob's still the specter over there on the sidelines. What a presence. Jose, yeah, and I think after everything settles down, he will hear the interpretation of the rule. I think what adds to the frustration level is that the call originally was just a side out. If they originally had just said, hey, it's a point, maybe not as upset. Swatik. Chance for Emmanuel. Only 29 seconds left. Right off of Whitty.
And Emmanuel doing what he has to do. Put that ball away quick, putting the ball down. David Swatik, go down swinging, baby. You see that block, go up. You've been banging all day. It's 13-10, 26 seconds left. Get over the hump.
They need 2 points, Emmanuel and Loiola, in the next 29 seconds. They've got a great chance to get another one here. And they do! They're just 1 point away from sending this into OT.
And Billy, what really is the crushing blow is that Whitmarsh was unable to bump that ball over the net, causing more time to click off the clock.
22 seconds left.
Rego with a great rip cross court on this serve. Swatik with the save, but Whitmarsh has got to try to get that ball over the net and in the court so that the clock keeps ticking. And now Loiola, who's been kind of the villain out there, he's screaming at the refs, screaming at the tournament officials, is now trying to get the crowd revved up on his favor.
Let's set the scene. Just moments ago, it appeared as though in this controversially laden championship match that David Swatik and Mike Whitmarsh would come away with the victory. But 2 quick points by Emmanuel and Loiola, who are now talking to their coach. And Loiola and Menges in an animated discussion, to say the least. Well, they are now within 1 point of possibly sending it into overtime with the clock just at 22.
And Billy Mack, a crucial play in the match that we really didn't get to comment on was after Loiola was screaming at the officials and the timeout ended, they didn't serve him and keep the ball on the upset Loiola, and Emmanuel with an easy side out.
Can Emmanuel get there? Just short. 16.9 seconds left.
Billy, I can tell you right now, the back of David Swatik's neck is numb. He's feeling it. He knows how close he is. He knows he still has some work to do. And I think, fortunately for the squad, they've got Whitmarsh back there who's going to loop a nice big serve, go up there and put a block, and try to get some more time off the clock.
Whitty. Up, Loiola, the block. That's taking time off. It's at 8 seconds. Emmanuel right down. 13-11. Now you're getting to the point where Jose Loiola, best short of 8 with 7.2, and this crowd is going to come to their feet in a moment.
This is it.
What it's all about.
This is the South Bay.
Loiola wants them up. Here we go. Jose Loiola. Can he dial it up? Needs to side out. What a dig! Loiola can send it to overtime!
And Loiola Loiola doing a little high stepping of his own, coming up with the game-saving dig. A dejected Mike Whitmarsh, but these guys have got to realize they're still 1 point up. Yes, the clock is not going to be a factor, but keep your heads in it. This Open is right there for the taking.
That's one of the great plays by one of the sensational volleyball players to ever grace the sand. When he has to make a play, Jose Loiola made the play.
Well, you got to appreciate the defense for Loiola. He's in the right spot, and bigger than anything, Billy, is the finish. He goes up and rips it down the line. You're going to see Loiola, what kind of elevation he has on this spike. It's just unreal. And we got a high-stepping Brazilian.
A memorable, memorable final right now.
The art of shopping is easy at Mervyn's
Hermosa Beach Open has been brought to you by Mervyn's, California. Big brands, small prices. By Side Out. Think outside the box. Get inside out. By Volkswagen. Drivers wanted. By Balance Bar. And by Degree. The body heat activated antiperspirant.
Jose Loiola and Emmanuel have forced overtime. The clock has expired. Now remember, we must remember that Whitmarsh and Swatik are still in the lead. And that's what you said. They've got to draw upon. This crowd still wants them to win, and they still have the lead. But it's been an absolutely incredible clutch performance by Emmanuel and Loiola.
Sometimes the point that you get to win your first Open isn't the hardest to do. It's the 3 or 4 side outs that you need to make to get that final point that are the hardest to come by. And for right now, that's the gut check on David Swatik and Mike Whitmarsh. They've got to put together 2 or 3 side outs. If they can keep the pressure on, this tournament is theirs.
Whitmarsh. And Swatik set him. He does. Off the block. Now they have a chance to win it. This is championship point right here.
And you see a little frustration in Mike Whitmarsh. He's trying to get the crowd going. He's got the wingspan up.
Everybody up in the house. Hermosa.
This wouldn't be the first tournament that Whitmarsh has ended on a roof.
Swati, great serve. Can Whitty win it? Right here. They back off. Whitmarsh the dig, but Swatik was dug in, and Emmanuel with the big hit.
What a big-time play for Emmanuel. Swatik absolutely unloading on the jump serve down the line. Emmanuel controls the ball and then rips the ball 6 feet off the net down at Whitty.
Do you like the play, Whitty backing off?
Not a bad move. Wrong guy to do it on.
Oh, not a good time to have a service error, too. You've got to have a nervous David Swatik on the other side. I say you make him make the plays, but now he defers to his veteran partner to get him that elusive win.
Let's see, Loiola hit a few balls out early if that's going to be in his mind.
Loiola down. The tension continues to mount. Loiola and Emmanuel trying to draw even. Swatik and Whitmarsh looking for another side out and a chance at a title.
And any champion loves the challenge, and Loiola right now is rising to it.
Whitmarsh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And if you want to write the script, Swati would love to do it himself.
Swati's got his army back there. They're chanting. The crowd hasn't got off their feet for the last 5 side outs. Let's see if David Swatik can dial up his first Open win.
For the title, right in the middle of the net. And a collective groan from this huge crowd.
And just like during the side switch, they've got to remember, we're up by 1. It's the side outs before the final point that make the Open win.
Emmanuel goes to Swatik. That's a good pass. David bombs one.
You got to take your hat off to Mike Whitmarsh on that play. Swatik diving to service receive. That ball spinning violently backwards. Whitmarsh giving him a very nice set for the side out. You'll see Swatik go up, banging the ball across court.
Whitmarsh with his family in attendance. It's a family atmosphere. Whitty, this could be it. Emmanuel's up. Block! It's over!
What you can say, Jose Loiola, boom! Kicking that ball out of the grandstands. Very upset, but look at Loiola. He's becoming a man. He says, nice try. Whitmarsh and Swatik elated, and especially one David Swatik.
This crowd appreciates this memorable final. The South Bay delivers again. Mike Whitmarsh, another open win, and David Swatik, welcome to the club. He now can claim a beach title to his resume, and the biggest smile in Southern California will belong to the guy who was raised in the South Bay, Manhattan Beach, David Swatik. Let's quickly go down to the Hob with the winners.
Feeling this, Woody? Doing great. We played a lot better this time than we did this morning. And I'm totally fired up. I can't really express how I'm feeling.
Whitty, big block.
Oh, I needed it. I was due. This feels like 95 or 96. It's exciting out here, Hob. We're loving it.
You guys are bringing it back. Swati, your first open victory. How do you feel?
It's unbelievable. Like I said, I've watched you play here growing up, and it's a dream come true to play here and win in front of my hometown fans and all of our friends and family.
Swati, Whitmarsh, #1 in Hermosa.
Yeah,
unbelievable. Billy Mack, back to you.
Oh, that is great stuff. We'll wait for the controversy later when Jose Loiola goes and talks to the higher-ups. But, MD, this belongs to Swatik and Whitmarsh. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in Belmar in a couple of weeks. This has been a memorable Hermosa. So long.